everybody. Black for Halo here with another episode of Night Sanctum with Star, Lanik, and Jato.
Hi.
Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey.
What up?
As you all might be able to tell from our attire, this is the Sonic the Hedgehog episode where we get to discuss maybe the Sonic movie or other stuff with Sonic the Hedgehog. Just anything that brings up cool stuff from our childhood. Anything to get the algorithm going. However,
Yes.
how are all y'all doing? I know I recently watched the Sonic the Hedgehog movie with y'all recently. Honestly, first impressions, how'd y'all feel about them?
I liked it.
How'd y'all feel about the first one,
It was,
first off?
The first
honestly,
one
it was
felt-
way better than I expected. For a video game movie, it was way better than what I expected.
Oh yeah, I was expecting
compared
another
to,
Resident Evil,
Others.
especially with how
Yeah, same
it
here,
looked at
honestly.
first.
I
Yeah.
thought for a second it was gonna be like
I
the Mario
appreciate
movie.
the fact that they actually changed the style of
The
Sonic.
fact they actually changed the
Yeah.
design to save the movie was phenomenal. They had to literally shut down a company, mind you. They had to shut down one of their Canadian company things to keep the funds going for the Sonic movie. Cost over a couple million. It was kind of nuts.
Shit.
Wow.
It is. But what's weird is so many people make jokes about it being an advertisement thing.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's an
Yeah, they-
advertisement. It's a video game movie.
Yeah.
Video game movies
Yeah.
are advertisements.
Yeah.
It's just not as bad as the Emoji movie.
What I'm saying is people saying it was a way for them to get people more to watch it, saying, hey, we listen to the fans. A lot
Mhm.
of people made jokes about that.
Honestly, the
The
fact that
funniest
they didn't
thing-
No, it was
flop
literally
after
they
the
got
fact.
cyberbullied into it.
Yeah, they kind of got
Yeah.
cyberbullied,
They got
but
cyberbullied
also
into
Sega
it, yeah.
has the. I will say Sega at least has a lot more integrity when it comes to that stuff than in Nintendo, for example. Because Nintendo wouldn't have changed the
Yeah.
design of Bowser or nothing just because it looked awful. You know what I mean? At least with Sonic, they
Yep.
actually came to a thing of, you know what? Maybe if we listen to the fans, not just the cyberbullying, because they could have straight up just given us the product and it would have flopped anyways. But the fact that they were willing to shut down a company thing for them to get the money to actually be able to do the work to restart the stuff for Sonic's redesign, actually came across as really, really thoughtful, I guess. Because it's not often you actually get to see
Like, they
places actually
actually
take. They listened to what the
Yeah.
fans had to say. And that was
Yeah,
another thing
the
I
one
was
thing
hoping
that
for
I
the Sonic
remember-
movie too.
Yeah. There was one thing I
Yeah,
remember. I remember during that time, shortly after, I remember reading an article. I don't remember from where, but there was an article of people talking about Big the Cat being put in the movie.
That would be hilarious, but no.
I remember
my-
in the article it says Sonic fans get power hungry.
That's hilarious.
There was some people saying
something
Amy
like
was
that.
gonna pop in when Tails.
I
came,
wouldn't have
they
been
were saying Amy
surprised
would
to
pop in at the
see
same time.
maybe
I mean, I
small
wouldn't be
Easter eggs,
surprised.
but still. The fact that they only ended off with
Yeah,
Tails and then Tails got a redesign after shows that there was definitely some heart put in the movie because other than how it looked like at first, the movie actually stands pretty solidly as on its own for a good Sonic movie.
Yeah.
One of the few
It does.
It basically comes with what happens with a lot of CGI and character-based films. Like, for example, Star, you know this for a fact, Godzilla has a similar problem of they
yeah.
focus way too much on the humans when we just want to see the monsters, sort of thing.
Yep.
And
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla's always kind of had that thing, and it happened as well with Sonic. Many people's gripes and stuff ended up being with the whole thing of... Oh, CJ's actually wanting to join. Hey, we might get that late joiner anyways. But yeah,
Yes.
as I was saying, As
You
I
know
was
how
saying,
Super
Godzilla
Mecha
has that
really-
similar problem of
Nope.
everybody wants to focus on the humans. Well, at least the corporate and the reviewers want to focus on the humans of we need a human story to balance this out. You really don't. A piece of me literally just wants an entire Sonic movie where it's mainly CGI, maybe some interaction with humans here and there, but they're not the main plot points, you know what I mean? Like, I love the human
Yeah.
characters to
Yeah.
death, but I'm just saying, if they weren't in there, it wouldn't change my view on the Sonic movie at all. Maybe the first Sonic movie.
Not to
Definitely the
be
first Sonic
overly-
movie, it kind of requires the human element. Because that's him
It
coming to
does,
Earth and stuff.
The first one.
However,
the first
whenever
one
it comes to
comes
Sonic
with
2,
making a connection.
you could cut out all of the human portion, other than, obviously, the gun section. But you could actually have an entire, section that's actually built up
Well,
of
see, that's
nothing
why
but
I
Sonic
have to
characters.
Kind of disagree because in the second movie, all the human portions are required because they're well played into it. Because as
I
you,
mean,
as we
yeah.
know, spoilers. The gun section was
You're a bit
introduced
quiet, Sarah, a
because
little.
At the wedding, everybody showed up.
Hmm.
What?
You're a little quiet.
You may have to talk like a tiny bit higher. Just a tiny bit
Or
higher.
get a little closer to your microphone. I believe you are
closer.
aiming the... Yeah,
Also,
There we go.
much better.
I have short arms.
But yeah, the gun section was
During the wedding
created
scene.
because yeah, they were having the wedding,
But-
but everybody there was an operative. And
Now-
then, you
I
know,
will
the whole
admit
ring
that that
situation
feels
was, you know,
very
trying to be the
plunged
cool
in.
uncle.
I will say
It
I did
does,
enjoy
but
that
it
whole
was still
section.
useful.
Literally, if they cut out 90% of the wedding and had a good send-off, other than the fact of
Yeah.
introducing Gun, I feel it would have still, like, held a good merit. Ow.
I mean,
itchy.
such as this, they could have done the whole one scene of him calling Sonic, seeing how it's going, then ending it. Nope, they continued it for a while with, I wish Sonic had something like that when he sees him.
I mean, hell, what I was half
buddies.
expecting would have been more along the lines of the wedding goes through and everything hits off without a hitch, so to speak, except for the whole ring situation. I enjoyed that. But I felt it would more so be a thing of wherever they went, maybe not everybody in the crowd had to be an operative, you know what I mean? Like, there could have actually been family members, all that
Yeah.
stuff. It seemed like everybody in there pulled out a taser, which kind of dampened the moment. I'm like, come on, at least some of the people had to have been, like, friends, family, and stuff, and you could have like, one or two people that were infiltrators to keep an eye on them, instead of it being, oh, this entire organization is here. I'm like, really? I can kind of understand it, but it feels off to me.
There we go.
It feels
Sorry,
overkill,
I-
honestly.
A little
I
overdone,
mean, it kind of felt.
but they didn't
Did she-
overdo it enough.
I don't know,
Like,
this-
if they wanted to overdo it, they should have had guns. It's literally called Gun.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
That's my
It's
only
called
gripe,
Gun,
but
they
I know
brought
it's a
tasers.
kid's show and stuff, and that we're kind of grown
I know.
adults talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. But, hey, far be it from me to want something for people to grab onto, especially whenever it gets to spoilers. If you haven't watched the movie, this is your last chance. Gonna be giving end spoilers for Sonic 2. Okay, that should be enough time. If you clicked off, you are obviously here and you've probably watched the movie, or you just don't care. Either way. Okay, so at the end of the movie, Shadow the Hedgehog gets shown off. And a piece of me, because of my
Excuse me, oh
childhood
my
and
God.
what I want, excuse you, god damn. But a piece of me really wants to see Shadow the Hedgehog with actual weapons.
Yes.
Like, I'm very sure I'm
I
not
know.
the only one that
Um,
wants that. Obviously, I would like him to still use his Chaos powers, and I'm very sure he will in Sonic 3. But I want to see him holding a weapon of some sort. Whether that just be like laser
I want him
pistols,
to be
even.
like in
to be
Sonic
honest.
the Hedgehog movie, like Shadow the Hedgehog. I mean, the whole video game series. I love that one. with the
Eh,
guns. know
I
it's
can tell you're
stupid.
tired because you phrased that weird.
You-
You want it to be like the Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game, in the Sonic movie. If I picked up what you were laying down.
There we go.
And that would
Okay.
be cool.
I would
That
enjoy
would be
Shadow
cool,
to be
honestly.
like this whole synopsis thing I fucking read about of possibilities and stuff. is Sonic possibly going on his hero's journey of completion of the two movies centralized around him being a kid and then getting a family and then getting more of that family and getting his wingmen, his people. And then the whole thing with Shadow is possibly him becoming rebellious and being like wanting to be more in touch with himself because he's not interacting with another hedgehog. So maybe he kind of gets the whole thing of he gets to stick with this other hedgehog for a while, and then he comes to the realization that Shadow's like not the best role model when it comes to that. I'm also saying this because what me and Star and actually a few of us have discussed, you can't have Shadow the Hedgehog unless they completely rework it to be in the movie, unless you have the tragic backstory. And that tragic backstory implies death. It implies Maria's death. And, like, even if they do it like the Shadow the Hedgehog game, where it's a thing of Shadow and Maria running through the halls and shit and stuff like that, and then you just see Maria reaching out, it cuts away, all you hear is a gunshot, I think that would be enough for an implied death to give Shadow his, like, piece of character that he kind of needs. You can't have Shadow without that. At least not a Shadow that I know of.
It's either like maybe like a gunshot or maybe like an escape pod situation where there's like only one escape pod, fits like only one person.
Like even that, I would take that to be honest, because it implies a death.
Yeah. It implies a character death.
As long as it implies that Maria dies and Shadow has to deal with that loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I think I'd rather handle being shot than being fucking exploded, because at least there's something there to bury.
In space, mind you.
Yeah.
They'd probably do some sort of thing for a space station arc. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, hell, Eggman's ship came down from a satellite. I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a whole space station arc thing. Hey, CJ, you're here.
Fat Eggman.
We're currently in the middle of recording, so yeah.
Stay long.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well,
I'm gonna say this: Shadow doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
What happened?
Whatever happened broke him in the last. Here, you want to see?
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's currently off screen showing us his model and stuff. We got some working here, but we don't know what the hell happened to his shadow. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I think it might have been too much stuff added onto it.
It's entirely broken, yeah, it's just an error.
Don't tell Jado, but I think it might have been all the items that were added on. Like a motorcycle, all types of stuff. It might have been just too much. You might have overloaded it. Huh.
It might have just been like too much for the model to handle.
It might be way too many overlapping stuff.
Myself and it worked.
Huh.
I don't know why it's not working for me.
Weird.
So,
Y'all are in the ground for me, by the way. So you...
It is
yeah,
2542.
Yeah, 2542.
2542 for the chairs. Also, if you want to take a stand right behind the seat and give a rundown on the Sonic movie for us, give us your thoughts because you can't stay long.
Yep.
So, what do you think of the Sonic movie? Especially, thoughts on Sonic 1 first. What do you think about Sonic 1?
Very funny.
Yeah, I will admit it's kind of had that cheesiness of certain jokes just didn't land, but that's honestly how Sonic the Hedgehog is, especially with colors and Unleashed.
Yeah.
That's kind of just what he built up to. How about Sonic the Hedgehog 2? How'd you feel about Knuckles? How'd you feel about just Sonic 2 in general?
More action-oriented.
Honestly, I did like the action orientation of it. I will say I did love Knuckles. That's kind of why I got this model made. I love me the Echidnas. I love Knuckles' character development and stuff. That is Lannick's little camera to make sure he is working.
Yeah.
That is the main camera.
Without it, I'll just be flickering. Yeah, without that camera, I'll just be flickering all over the place.
I don't like how you get on all fours.
Yeah.
You see him getting up like a dog.
These
like
models are still a work in progress.
these models are a work in progress, but we and tried to get him going.
Yes,
So I will
Yeah,
say,
the
CJ,
project
feel
is
free to pitch
continuing.
in or anything if you want to just hang out. Tell us how everything
No,
went
I
later.
would love to. I just.
Yeah, a date, don't you? Ah,
Don't fuck out over there.
He's trying to get us some luge, isn't he?
okay, calm down there, Jado. She's right here.
Calm down. He doesn't have to go find her. She's literally to my left.
But no, it looks like he's trying to surge.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Meme. Approved.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Oh no, he's gonna.
Oh shit.
Ah,
Will
not the
Smith
pot.
move.
Oh god.
Will Smith smack.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Your damn
Out your
mouth.
fucking mouth,
Oh god damn.
dude.
Okay,
Alright,
we've
I'll
had.
see you later.
Laters, homie. It's good having you for the little bit we did.
Alright,
Okay,
you should probably sit back down.
so let's get back into
Oh,
this.
yeah, come on.
What are y'all thinking for? Oh my god. What are y'all thinking for Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Especially the thing of them wanting to do Fat Eggman. Also, a thing we didn't notice the first time around, but me and Star actually noticed that there was actually a suit for a Fat Eggman.
I saw it first.
She
but
saw
I
it first,
pointed
but
out
she
to
pointed
you.
it out.
Yeah, there
I was like, oh shit, it actually is.
It was like literally classic Robotnik Eggman looking outfit.
Mm.
And it
Um,
was funny. He was made a cowboy outfit. It was when he was making the cowboy outfit. He scrolled, there was a maid outfit, and he scrolled, and then there was Fat Eggman,
Yes.
and he scrolled past
That's
it. So it was
great
only there
acting.
for a second.
It was so good.
Wow. Hold on, those are made outfit?
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
maid outfit. Also, hey, would you look at that? Ah, my precious emerald.
So what I'm thinking what's gonna happen in the movie
Hmm.
3 is most likely
I mean-
gonna have a whole thing of
Atlantic has his wand.
you remember
Emerald.
Sonic
It's a
X,
microphone.
the one boy that helped Sonic
Yeah.
in the show? They're probably gonna do a whole thing of the people that adopted Sonic are gonna have a kid, and that kid's probably gonna be named that
Oh,
one.
no, wrong thing.
You know,
There you
Chris.
the other kid, Chris.
go.
They're gonna name him Chris. There's gonna be yeah,
The kid from
And they-
Sonic X is Chris Thorndike.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
You and
Yeah.
your Master Emerald.
I'm not letting you
Okay,
have it.
Sir, I recently. Okay, sir, I recently.
No, no, stay away.
And not even I remember that.
No. Just fucking.
Hey,
I
Bad
mean-
Rouge, no stealing the emeralds.
Gimme.
No.
I
You
mean,
can,
I
you can
have
take the
both.
Chaos Emerald, just don't take my big one. There,
Gimme.
the little dude has one. Get him. He has a lean crystal.
That's
That's
it.
for you, CJ.
You.
It's good to have a little bit of joking around here.
God.
Oh, God.
There.
Damn, Jado. Oh, God, that even causes vibrations on my screen. Please stop. That's really cool, but please, no. Speaking of which, movie spoilers. Fucking. How'd y'all feel about them actually introducing Supersonic? I kind of felt like a little piece of me felt it was a bit too early, but another piece of me feels like it was done
felt
just
like-
right. God damn it, Star, you fucking ruined my train of thought there. I felt that it was actually really good during.
What the
Okay.
fuck? Is
Gonna redo that entire sentence because you're pissing me off. Please stop. Please. Okay, so I felt a little piece of it had it. I felt like they introduced Supersonic a little too early. Not that that's necessarily bad, but I felt like the amp up that led to it, I enjoyed the build up and stuff, but just it being the second movie kind of felt like it happened a little too quickly.
It was kind of rushed.
Not necessarily rushed, but it feels just like it just happened too quickly in a sense of like a movie timeline. Like that's a hell of a leap to go from Sonic all by himself to Golden God. And now I will say I do like the idea of them doing something with Shadow. I honestly thought that they were gonna go something along the lines of Metal Sonic, like a white Metal Sonic or something made from Dr. Eggman.
That would have been interesting.
Like I wouldn't have been surprised, but I would have been like, I could I've seen so much fan art of like these white fucking plated Metal Sonics that look a lot like movie Sonic. And I was like, you know what? Now that I see it, that could actually work. And it seemed really interesting to me.
You know what?
However, them going for Shadow, I honestly feel okay with that because the fact of them unleashing the Chaos Emeralds, the Master Emerald, as well as basically the Chaos Emeralds pulling a Shenron, him releasing them up into the sky and then them scattering throughout wherever the hell, kind of leads me to think that they're going to do a thing of Shadow is going to be searching for Chaos Emeralds. I hope to God they do the 4th Chaos Emerald meme. I wonder if they'll be able to say damn. I'm pretty sure they will. I'm also wondering, I'm hopeful for guns. I'm hoping for maybe PG-13, where they could have at least guns and decent amounts of violence on screen compared to the thing of, fucking, they don't have to, I'm not saying they have to straight up cap somebody in the fucking dome with Shadow. I'm just saying an implied death for Maria and maybe laser weapons for him to shoot at enemies and it renders them unconscious like fucking, like stuff like that. I'd be able to handle that, to be honest.
Star Trek phasers.
Actually, Halo, with earlier to what you mentioned with the Metal Sonic from the movie, I just was remembered about those android shadows that they had like an army of in one of the games. They might do something like that, like Robotnik.
Maybe they have a shadow android and it tries to make it like Sonic. Maybe that's where Metal Sonic actually comes in for maybe a Sonic 4 if they decide to go any further with the trilogy.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking that Metal Sonic would work because in the first movie, Eggman used the quill spoilers. Fucking haven't clicked off the video yet. I don't know why you haven't.
Yeah.
But during the first movie, he used the quill to make his robot faster or the machine faster.
He got that speed boost.
I could see him doing that for I could see him doing that for like Metal Sonic.
I could see, I could honestly see
Dude,
Metal Sonic.
Speed.
I could honestly see Metal Sonic using one of those little emeralds, to be honest. Maybe to power himself.
Of the Chaos Emeralds, but I like the theory we came up with. That
I understand the whole thing of the size, because I kind of wonder about them too. Because them being charged with Sonic. The whole thing of in the movie when they're showing off the emeralds being risen and stuff, they're pretty big. They're actually like this size, like compared to the echidnas, to where they all like hold them in their hands like this, and then they all put all the emeralds together, and then they make the Master Emerald. But then to me it seems like it might have been a thing of, well, since all the echidnas, I'm gonna assume all of the other echidnas are around Knuckles' size, right? Even if he's a little bit bigger than Sonic.
It's pretty safe to assume. Then
y'all saw how big the Master Emerald was, being able to be held by a human as well as Sonic and Knuckles. The emeralds themselves were actually the size of the Master Emerald whenever they're being held by other Mobians. And a piece of me thinks that they shrunk in size for the fact of them turning into the Master Emerald. So they're like in a state of dormancy of, while they're in this Master Emerald state, their powers are all perfectly synchronized, but they're in a power well, which is the Master Emerald being its own thing. Once it shattered and released all of the emeralds, I like to think of once they started glowing, they got used by a hero, true of heart, but even so, just some creature with that type of power to use it properly, which was Sonic becoming Supersonic. After they got released, I think that might be a thing of they're active again, and that might make the Chaos Emeralds grow again, make them back to being useful. And a piece of the movie of
Mr.
after
size was a little off too.
a little bit, but I'm like, I like the size of the
It's
Master
a
Emerald
bit
being
off.
handheld, to be honest. But I will say,
I mean, I think that the Master Emerald being the
It's a
size compared,
massive
literally
lie
like
if
the
you
one
are.
that you have.
yeah,
The Master Emerald you have would be makes more sense. Not like saying ginormous,
like a little bit over
that
the.
size.
Well, I can understand that.
Like a
Like
it
honestly,
floats.
if Knuckles in the movie had to hold it like this over his shoulder, I'd be okay with that size too. But not the fucking gigantic pedestal one that takes up the entire, like, has an entire island floating because of it. But
Oh yeah.
honestly, I was moderately surprised that Angel Island and stuff didn't get brought up a little bit more. However, I will say I do enjoy. I still.
with that temple.
That's what I'm thinking too. I do like the size of the emerald and what they like finalized it upon. And I like the fact of once the Master Emerald got used, like any of the other emeralds, it turned gray. Well, it turned gray at first, but then it kind of shattered, so that's kind of its own thing. But I'm wondering if they're going to do that with the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Of if a Chaos Emerald gets used by whatever means, whether that be Eggman fueling some sort of new machine, stuff like that happens. Or hell, Shadow uses one for a Chaos Control move. That'd be pretty fucking sick. I wonder if we're gonna see the Chaos Emeralds turn gray as well, to be like, oh, they lost their charge and you have to wait a day or something. Like if there's some sort of timer or something. Like I can't wait
honestly,
to see
that would
that.
be very interesting.
It wouldn't
It'd be
make it
very
Depending on
interesting
like
to
how
see.
powerful like the thing was, say like Eggman's
this
robots, it only has to take a day to charge, but Chaos Control takes like a week to charge or something like
Stuff
that.
like that. Maybe they'll have timers and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they might just make them,
Possibly.
hey, they're little versions of unstoppable energy. You just can't use the same one over and over again. It's a thing of you have to give them time. They might severely bring down the timers on them, so it's not like a whole day thing. But they might have it be a thing of it still requires some time between uses of, okay, it's still gray. Come on, come on, come on. Like dire end of the moment. Sonic might only have one emerald at the moment, and it's like, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! And then it glows, and then stuff happens, you know what I mean? Like a fucking little boost at the
It
end.
just sounds like how Ben 10 was in the older Ben 10 series.
Just a thing of literally about to die. Literally about to die. Come on, come on, come on. Ding! Oh, okay, I'm out. You know what I mean? Fucking something that saves the moment. I could see that happening a few times.
Honestly, you saying that, I'm just thinking of like Shadows pointing a gun at Sonic about to pull the trigger.
That also leads me to be a thing
And
of,
that's what I never understand.
I wonder if Shadow's going to be able to use Chaos Control. I'm very sure he will.
I'm pretty sure he will. I mean, it's Shadow after all. I mean,
But one
in
thing that's
Sonic Adventure 2, I think like shortly after he woke up, he learned Master Control. I don't remember.
I believe so.
exactly. My memory's a bit fuzzy on that part. Oh, that would be. Oh, that'd be so sick.
And do what, Jado?
Well, just one thing that's kind of weird to me is with characters that are so fast that literally seems like they have all the time in the world. Sonic could have used his speed in some of those situations in the movie to actually stop some of the issues before they even happen.
I will say you gotta remember he's a kid and he's inexperienced. His whole shtick is he's not like the Flash where he's seeing everything at super speed. It's a thing of when he gets that adrenaline boost out of nowhere, that's when time kind of begins to stop because his body's going into overdrive, and that's why we get those super slow-mo cutscenes. You know what I mean?
Those, I was actually just gonna say that because the
I will
adrenaline
say,
uses And also, with a couple of other things.
God damn, I keep
like
saying I will
Flash
say a lot.
You do.
However, just replace it with another word. That's how it usually works. Okay, so do y'all think Sonic might actually be able to use Chaos Control as well?
Maybe.
Considering they have their weird powers thing going on.
Shadow teaches him?
I mean,
Maybe
I have
while
to say
he's working
that-
under shadow of, hey, a fellow hedgehog, maybe I can learn some stuff. And technically, because Shadow's 50 years old, maybe he has more experience even though he was cryogenically frozen. Maybe he got the hang of his body more
like, from
and knows how to do stuff. Maybe Sonic will be like, oh, this might actually be my chance to fucking get to know
Learn about the
one
past
of my
of
own
his
people
heritage.
because other than him being with Longclaw, we don't know of any other
Never met
hedgehogs.
No,
Another
much of his-
hedgehog.
Yeah, he doesn't know much of his own kind or his own subspecies
Yeah.
kind of thing.
But when it comes to that, because considering Knuckles has his own power, Sonic has his blue power. Sadly, we didn't get to see if Tails had any form of yellow sparks. I don't think he does at all. I don't think he actually has anything special about him other than his intelligence. And his tails. Obviously his tails.
Yeah, obvious Tails. I'm just gonna make a dumb argument of like, oh, maybe his intelligence is power.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
That
that is his power. That's literally his power, but a piece of me
Yeah, he
wonders
makes
of, like,
gadgets.
I mean, he's a
Truly,
super
but-
genius. From a tribe, mind
I
you.
love
Hmm?
the only part I
So-
do love with the humans was when they used Tails'
They had all Tails'
technology.
gadgets.
Yeah.
they're like,
Oh yeah, the one scene with the boy where he almost fucking killed the guy.
yeah.
I will say, how'd y'all like the
actually,
fucking
what's
end
that
scene
one
where
scene?
it went full Sonic Heroes? Sonic Heroes music was just playing throughout the entire time that scene was playing. And I even noticed they did combos. They
Wait,
did a
was
lot
it
of
really?
combos. In my head, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
I mean, okay,
I don't know what the
that
hell
is
you were
definitely
hearing. I
valid.
said in my
Was it
head.
actually playing in the movie?
No, they were not playing
I
anything.
would have loved it if they played it.
But I will say,
honestly,
fucking,
No.
when it comes to that, Tails was using blasters. Knuckles was throwing Sonic
was.
around, and hell, Sonic was using a lot of his dance moves he had just, like, used earlier in the movie for that dance scene. I will admit the dance scene coulda went without it. We could have just had a buddy thing of Sonic starting a fire and having a sit down with Tails and stuff. And then maybe some shit happens,
I mean,
fucking.
don't get me wrong, it was
Yeah.
cute.
It was
but
cute. I
unnecessary.
enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
it felt very unnecessary. But I'll admit they probably just had to put some sort of like media reference in there, especially this age. I mean, it's already one
The
thing that
kids
Fortnite
watch.
references, but come on.
I really hate that.
I mean, yeah.
Like, they did the floss thing in the first movie. Why did they have to repeat it in the second?
It's because
no,
my
it's-
headcanon for that is because Eggman, it's been a year for him, so he still thinks that's in style. You know, like it's a thing of it's out of style now. Now it's a thing of him doing it because he doesn't know it's not in style anymore. Also, he was just doing that to convince Knuckles to be like, "Hey, you gotta stick with me. It's my cut, G," sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't feel the movie is all that bad. I would give it a fucking solid 9.5 out of 10. Other than the human
Same
sections.
here,
Literally, I had problems with the humans. I even had little bits of problems with Sonic and Tails. I will say I never had a problem with Knuckles. Knuckles was done good. Knuckles was done really, really good compared to... Even though I'm using a fucking reskin of the Boom one. I will say Knuckles definitely has been redeemed by the fact of Idris Elba. Honestly, I love him so much. He is such a sweetheart by the fact of he's not stupid anymore. It's a thing of he just doesn't know what some of the stuff is. He he is unknowing
He
in
wasn't
these
even
areas.
alone, so good.
Like, he doesn't know these certain social cues, he doesn't know all these different things. Like, it's just so sweet to me of what they actually did for Knuckles to give him backstory. He'll have his moment. I also love the fuck out of his boxing gloves. They look so cool. He actually glided in the movie.
Yeah.
I love that he actually was able to glide. It wasn't just,
Yeah.
speed-powered leaps. It was full on, he glided over to the fucking truck and ripped the doors and stuff off. I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed everything, all the time that Knuckles was on the scene. I enjoyed it. And I think that might have been before you
That's how
started
you get
watching the better
Knuckles.
pieces of the scenes. Yeah, I'm really pulling back into my fucking Knuckles fanboy. I will say, god damn, the fucking Sonic movie has awakened something fierce inside of me that I thought was dead a long time ago of being a Sonic fan. Honestly, I'm back into it. I'm back into it. I do.
Play the older games.
It makes me want to
Wanna
try
hook up
out
my
adventure in them.
PS2s, play Sonic Heroes.
I've been getting back into Mania, and I really wish that they would re-release a remake for Sonic Unleashed or something. I want to play as the Werehog again. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but honestly, that's my childhood right there.
Oh,
I loved all of my Sonic games on the Sega Genesis. I feel so bad that I honestly skipped the Adventure series. I never played Sonic Adventure 1 or 2, but I played all the Genesis games, Sonic CD, and then I skipped the Adventure games and went straight to Sonic Heroes. And then Sonic Unleashed and Colors and all that. I never played the Adventure games. I've only seen scenes and hearsay of the Adventure series. I might honestly do a playthrough of that because that's something I feel like I have to experience if I want to, like, just be a bit better of a Sonic fan. I've heard they're really clunky, but I'm also like, I've played worse. You know what I mean?
Sonic 06.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't even touch 06. Don't even get me started on that. I
that's okay.
preferred.
I started to play 06, but I could never finish it.
Yeah.
Let me tell this story real fast. When I was like a little kid, I really loved Sonic, and my older brother, he got me Sonic 06. Like I think like a week after it came out. I don't exactly remember when. But he got me the game. I was super stoked. And then I got to like spoilers for Sonic 06. There was like one Knuckles scene, one Knuckles level. I remember it had like lava and I got stuck.
Oh yeah, those were the worst.
And I couldn't get out of it.
Oh.
I got stuck and I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was similar to that, and my brother came in, and he just had this look of disappointment, like, what have I done to my brother?
Oh, I feel that.
Like, he had...
What is this? What is this? What is my life?
God.
Yes.
I loved that. It was so great.
God.
It was amazing.
Say, Jada, what was your first Sonic game? Jada?
Yeah?
He passed out.
Buddy? Did you fall asleep? He passed out his desk, okay.
Makes sense, it was only a matter of time.
He disappeared off the Discord.
Oh god. Then again, you had him
I was
muted.
right here, sorry, the dog was just making a noise. I had to stop him.
Oh,
Come on,
okay.
Lincoln.
Okay. Freaked us out there, bud. Okay.
I was passed out again. I was getting the dog.
Okay, my bad. Nice, what you drinking?
So, Jada, what was your first Sonic game?
The first Sonic game for me was, let's see, was actually a recreation on the Game Boy Adventure collection of multiple
Sonic
games.
Advance?
Sonic
Yeah.
Advance.
Ah.
I had Sonic Advance 3. I lost the cartridge for it, and I don't know where it went. I had made so much progress. I had beat the game on a couple of characters, and it's gone.
I will say, one of the Sonic games that I
But that's
first
okay, I'm gonna
played,
play again.
one of the first Sonic games I ever played was the old Genesis games. Me and my family, my brother and sister specifically, they had old Genesis, and I would play. I think I actually still have the cartridge for my Sonic 3 or my Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, it's Sonic and Knuckles. I have the flip out cartridge with the thing on top for Sonic and Knuckles that you put Sonic 3 on. I still have the old cartridge for Sonic and Knuckles somewhere in my closet somewhere. But yeah, it's still the same exact cartridge too that I played back then. So I am holding on to that like a cherished thing. I loved Sonic and Knuckles, and I love Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I think my brother took off with my Sonic 3. Well, not even my Sonic 3, it was theirs. But I think they gave me the Sonic and Knuckles because they know how much I enjoyed it. But the first I ever played was Sonic and Knuckles. Not even Sonic 3 and Knuckles, just Sonic and Knuckles. How many times can I say that? Anyways, while I was playing it, I had the best time with it just being short amount of levels. Like, you could finish those games within a couple hours because it was just Knuckles' stage. Like Mushroom Hill and stuff, you got to see from the point of view of Knuckles starting off. And then it did its fucking whole intro. I loved that game so much. Especially the gliding. Knuckles, compared to Sonic, felt like he had superpowers. Which is, in hindsight now, knowing that as an adult, fucking Sonic has the speed superpowers and stuff. Like, they obviously all have powers. Tails is able to actually perfectly fly, even though he gets tired. Knuckles felt like the good all-arounder for me, for the fact of he could glide, he could climb walls, and in the cutscenes he digged, even though you weren't allowed to really dig in the games. I liked the fact that I was able to glide and explore levels. The levels felt so much more open as Knuckles by the fact of I could glide to a wall, climb up, and then get a better thing. Like, I love that so much. So much.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Lanik?
Yeah,
how was your first time experience actual Sonic? Other than 06.
Okay, my first ever Sonic game, I think, was Sonic 2. Like old Sonic 2.
Like Sonic 2, Sonic and Tails.
Yeah, it's like Sonic and Tails. And I remember I was playing with my brother at one point.
You always played as Tails, I was player 2, huh?
I was always player 2.
The little brother always got to play as Tails because Tails was technically easier than Sonic. Mainly by the fact of you could keep spamming a button and you could catch up with your brother. I kind of had a similar situation.
In most cases, Tails had unlimited lives.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, also that.
I'm player 2.
Like,
you can't touch me.
I made those jokes a couple times.
You have.
This avatar. People are like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, go ahead. I'm gonna come back anyways.
I'm player 2, dog. I don't even lose rings.
I remember I said exactly that. Actually. But no, and I think if I remember correctly, the game I played after that was Sonic Adventure 2, I think.
Huh. You actually got to play Adventure. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I played both the Adventure games, but the one I remember is Sonic Adventure 2. I remember I played the first one with my older brother, actually.
I will say a piece of me hates that I skipped the Adventure series and went straight to Sonic Heroes. Because in hindsight, it feels kind of like Sonic Heroes was the, well, not worse, but it seems like it had a different design way it was going compared to Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, for sure. It was vastly different from Sonic Adventure, from my memory. It was, a lot of it was very different, and a lot of the changes I did like, and some I just didn't.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you're freaking out.
Yes, I understand. Give me a sec. There we go. Sorry, I had an itchy eyelid. Okay, so
I just wiping my eyes because it's kind of sweat around him right now. So
I will
feel
say,
that.
so we had our old classic Sonic where he had the black eyes and stuff. We had modern Sonic and 06 Sonic where he got the longer quills, more what Jato's designed after. And now we have postmodern Sonic, which is movie Sonic. How do y'all think the future is gonna be for Sonic especially? Like, do y'all think they'll try and input the movie designs at all with the games? Or do you think they'll try and do, like, anything new?
I'm not entirely sure, honestly. They might try to go for a different design.
As long as we don't get what
Um,
happened with Forces and Lost
think-
Worlds, I want to see more Sonic games.
I think what's gonna happen is the game franchise is just gonna keep
Little quiet, sir.
But what they might do is like make a thing where like you can
Still a little
take
quiet.
outfits
Not
and,
even
like,
hearing you.
You're a bit quiet.
Well,
There we go, much
they
better.
do have the new Sonic game
Anyway,
coming
what
out.
I was saying was what I think is the games are gonna do their own thing like they usually do.
I'm okay with that too,
But
yeah.
Yep.
what it is it's gonna be where you can choose the outfits, if anything, that you could pick to look like the Sonic movie Sonic.
So kind of
just
like
the
how in
traditional
Sonic
modern
Colors,
Sonic.
they have you able to color his quills and stuff, make them all shocky and stuff, like movie Sonic.
Yeah.
I could kind of see that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
As
I
long as
still
it's not, like,
wish Sonic Colors was on Steam.
Yeah, honestly, as someone who's fucking played the game, Sonic Forces, I
Yeah,
did not like it.
me neither, to be honest.
I
To,
keep
to,
being
to me,
told not
it
to play it.
to me, it just feels like there was always like some heart there, you can tell, but
But it
was just
felt like it
executed
was a
poorly,
thing of
in my opinion.
they did all the stuff that they already did with Generations, though, is what I kind
did,
of
yeah.
got out of it. Of all these things that they already did
Yeah.
with Generations of bringing out the older stuff to
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
that's
hey,
kinda what they did.
nostalgia! But nostalgia doesn't hit so strong the second time around, especially whenever they go with the whole thing of, oh,
Yeah.
fun is infinite, and then Infinite comes out. Then they have all the other enemies from before. I'm like, you know, y'all just made a game about these guys, and now y'all are bringing them back like it's a nostalgia thing, right? I didn't understand why they put the Lost Worlds monsters or Zetans or whatever the hell they are in there.
Honestly, if they
It's too
just
soon
brought,
for
if they
nostalgia.
brought in like the enemies from Unleashed, I wouldn't be.
Hell, I would've-
wouldn't
hell,
be,
I
like,
would've-
mad about it,
I
honestly.
would have
It
been
it'd be
greatly
pretty
impressed
cool.
if they almost did a Sonic Unleashed 2. Like, they don't have to give us a werehog form, per se, but if they had a reawakening of Dark Gaia again, and then, like, hell just gets let loose, and as Sonic and your
You know
friends,
what?
you have
For,
to
like,
run
the
through.
Warhog
For,
again.
I want to be able to play as
for
Knuckles
that,
again. I want to be
honestly-
able to glide and go places. I want to be able to experience basically like what they had for Sonic Forces and Sonic Generations, and hell, even Unleashed.
Mhm.
Specifically Unleashed in Colors. I want to be able to experience those as other Sonic characters. I know Sonic is the main boy, but I want to be able to play as Knuckles again. I want to be able to fly around with my superpowers of fucking flying around with the fucking fist out, trying to climb into areas that Sonic can't reach. Or have tails
You know what?
as well. Hell, me
You know,
and
sucks.
CJ have been playing this game called Sonic Roboblast 2, and me being able to play as Knuckles has been a fucking dream, while being able to play with my other friends as Sonic characters. CJ plays as Shadow, I play as Knuckles, and then Popo played as Kiryu Kazuma for some fucking reason. We went with the whole thing of, oh, he's a Sega character, so we'll allow it. But
He's
then,
obsessed with them.
yeah, he's kind of obsessed.
Yeah, he is
But this whole
absolutely
thing,
obsessed.
it was really fun. Me actually getting to hang out with
I
CJ,
say
and we
this
would
as
actually
he's
be,
sitting here watching me stream this on Discord.
we would be able to be rivals and stuff of there's certain areas only I can reach, certain areas only he can reach, because as Shadow he could teleport and reach Tails areas for some reason. And it was just so fun. I enjoy so much. Oh god. because of my burps, it fucking sounds like I'm drunk. I enjoy so much of a lot of these Sonic fan games or Sonic. Honestly, I'm looking forward to these new Sonic games coming up. Like Sonic Frontier. And I'm also looking forward to the show Sonic Prime. I'm wondering how that's gonna play out.
Wait,
The only thing I'm having with the Frontier thing, though, the look of it,
It's open world.
reminds me of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big open world for you to explore and run around it. And that just sounds like a dream for me. God damn it, Star.
Sonic.
That does sound like a dream for like most Sonic fans, honestly.
By the ability to actually go as fast as we like in a long straight line, just going around the island or something, you know?
Yeah.
Now, my idea that would be really good is looking at the pictures. They have a lot of platform things.
Yeah.
So it'd be real cool if you could.
Oh, there's still definitely gonna be some platforming. Oh yeah, I would love if they added other characters instead of just Sonic. Cause Tails is gonna have his own garage from what I've heard. And stuff. So you might be able to buy upgrades or something, like do shoes and stuff. A piece of me hopes that there's a bit of Knuckles in there. I want to be able to climb this big environment. And hell, maybe even glide around.
There actually is picture of him showing up.
Yeah, I know he's showing up, but I'm hopeful for play. Because we haven't gotten to play as Knuckles in such a long time. I feel that that's honestly a detriment. Because the three main boys that this is based off of, Tails is kind of awful in this day and age is Sonic games. The movie revitalizes him, though kind of making him the whole fanboy thing. I do enjoy Tails. I just feel what has been done to him recently, especially with newer games, just doesn't feel appropriate. Like he's just a sideline character meant to give you dialogue. He's a quest book.
That's what I feel like too. Even in Forces, it didn't really feel like he added a whole lot.
Yeah. And that's why I'm hopeful for Knuckles and Tails actually being able to, you know, spin up, fly, glide, climb, maybe even dig for areas.
Yeah.
I hope it's kind of like Sonic Adventure, where they had multiple different routes for all of us.
Yeah, I was gonna mention this actually. In Forces, even for example, I think you can play as like foxes and shit like that.
Yeah, the player characters, the OCs.
Yeah, I may be wrong for the player characters. Like very basic powers. I think. Okay, so
you had a grappling hook. That was your powers.
Yeah.
And you were kind of able to keep up with Sonic. It was never really much. Even if you picked a hedgehog.
Okay, so even if you picked so the only power for the hedgehog actually, you know what it was? It was like you could keep extra rings on you if you got hit. So you could keep just a few extra rings on you.
I can understand in a few situations if you like picked an echidna, for example. Maybe you couldn't exactly glide like Knuckles could, but you would at least get the gloves to climb, because hell, gliding might only be a thing for Knuckles. I'm okay with that, to be honest. But if they gave us the climbing ability for, like, actually fucking digging your claws into the wall and then fucking climbing, I'd be happy with that. Or hell, maybe it's a thing of Tails is also unique as well, only gets the two tails, so if you get a fucking singular tail fox. But with being a fox, you still gotta think, even if they have one tail and they spin that motherfucker, you would think at least they would get some sort of speed boost if they did that behind them. Like, I can understand there's a certain point where all these characters are unique, but there's also a moment where it's not, because, like, in Sonic Heroes, Amy was the speed character, able to keep up with Espio, Sonic, and Shadow. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that she's a hedgehog. Hell, Espio being a chameleon and being super fast is his own thing. Don't you think even these OC Mobians would have something better than just no powers at all and a grappling hook of you just get stage bonuses? Like, hell, weren't you able to pick a bird like Jet?
Yeah, you were able
Aren't
to
there
make a bird.
beaks?
I don't remember.
Couldn't they implement
They have
like
beaks,
actual flying? I don't know if Jet and them are actually able to fly, but come on, you know what I
I
mean?
don't think they were. I don't think they were able to fly.
At least
they might
glide.
have a glide
I
ability,
could
like,
see them
similar to
having
Knuckles,
feathers or something like on their arms that they could glide with.
Yeah, honestly,
Like there's so
They
much
are
missed
pretty
opportunity.
dynamic considering that they were on
there is.
those hoverboard things.
Yeah, the rider boards.
You're yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh my god, don't get me started on those. Let me tell you, I loved those things as like a
How'd y'all like
child.
the snowboarding
Sonic
scene
things
from
were
the Sonic
fucking
2?
awesome.
I loved Sonic Zero Gravity.
I mean,
How'd y'all like the
Um,
How'd y'all like the Sonic 2 scene with the snowboards? Especially with Knuckles and him
That
both
was
going at
cool.
it. I really liked it.
It was really nice.
That was
It was really nice. It was
Knuckles was really smart utilizing
The
like,
environment.
yeah.
Oh yeah, saw that
actually
broken
shows,
bot,
his
punches
skills.
it, then grabs a fucking piece. That was
Yeah,
so cool.
It actually utilizes his skills because remember he's supposed to be like the master of every form of combat, right?
He has
And
trained
he also
in many
knows
forms of
speed,
combat, yeah.
elastic, in a tribe. Yeah, and he and so he's obviously going to be able to discern what's useful to me in the situation, what isn't, and that's kind of fits for me. I don't know.
You wanna know
I
what's
could-
gonna be an interesting thing that I think might get added, but also might not?
Hmm.
You know how whenever the Master Emerald was awakened and stuff, y'all notice how the ocean moved out of the way, right?
Yeah, I saw that. I remember.
A piece of me thinks
Chaos.
about chaos. Yes, exactly. A
Yep.
piece of me wonders
I thought that
if
too.
they'll have any ideas for chaos. Probably not this early,
And-
but then again, people
Probably
said not
might
this
do
early for
something,
Supersonic.
If they honestly,
I just had
if
this
they,
idea.
If they, what is it?
You know the Vobo, the Fat Robotnik one that they're talking is gonna come?
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna take the emerald, the Master Emerald, and break it apart, and spits it around the world, causing chaos and multiple different.
Well, I
forms
mean,
that
that's
the
kind of
emeralds
already
take.
how it is. There's already the 7 Chaos Emeralds that got scattered once Sonic released them. So I don't really see a need for
Yeah.
the shards of the Master Emerald. Also, considering the Master Emerald seems kind of powerless when shattered.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't the one guy put it all
I mean,
back
there's-
together at the end?
That's Knuckles. I don't know if that's a Knuckles only thing,
Knuckles.
but it's always been a thing of Knuckles was able to refix the Emerald. Like, he's the only one that was... Well, he was usually the only one that was able to shatter it. No, it's been shattered before. Never mind. Anytime that the Master Emerald has been shattered, it's always been a thing of Knuckles has been the only one actually able to put it back together, and then it, like, fuses to make sure all those cracks go away. That way it's a thing of if it ever gets shattered, only he can restore it back to its power because they're kind of useless when they're only shards.
But the one thing is that if they, what you said earlier about them all splitting apart, that's probably what is going to happen. It's the chase for all the Chaos Emeralds.
I'm thinking it's gonna be kind of like Dragon Ball. All the fucking Chaos Emeralds scattered in random directions are gonna be randomly found across the Earth. What I'm wondering is,
The Fat Robotnik
Knuckles-
is trying to gather them all, and they're
what I will say is,
chaos.
well, either Fat Robotnik or Shadow. It might be a race against two people on completely different sides of the Earth. But a piece of me wonders. Sonic lost all of his rings at the snowboarding battle. I will say Knuckles did actually use teleportation rings to go to the Mushroom Island, to the Mushroom Planet to get Robotnik, and then used another one to teleport in and made it to Sonic's house. A piece of me wonders, did
And then
Tails
they also
have...
used another one from the snow to the island next to light.
That wasn't Tails.
Go through
Yeah.
a
That-
ring, too. Tails did go through a ring,
Okay,
yeah.
Tails did go through a ring, but Tails didn't use a ring whenever it was for the island stuff in Hawaii. It was for that was the dad
Yeah.
figure.
That was like him
Knuckles
getting
used one
to
for
Earth.
the snow to the Hawaii. Knuckles
Yeah, that was the dad. That was the dad dude. And basically, what his
No.
whole thing was.
Knuckles helped Robot make it from the snow after they got the compass to Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's the ring. Is
Oh,
what I'm trying to
okay.
say.
I wasn't hearing you. You get quiet very easily, please.
I don't
Okay.
know. I'm turning everything up so high.
I think it's a thing of you pull
I
closer
shouldn't
suddenly.
have to be able to yell.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a thing of you get really close to the microphone, and then you get back here, and then it goes back to normal. I don't know why.
No, I'm not. I'm sitting the exact same all the time.
Wow, your microphone is getting wonky. I do not know.
That is pretty weird.
Here, I'll even turn you up a bit more. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I got an idea. Lend her yours, Lanik.
There we
Give
go.
her your mic.
That's funny.
What?
But
mic?
there we go.
Oh.
Okay. So
Okay,
now
you
you
just
should
speak into this
be
mic?
you should be fine. It seems like all these have kind of started ever since you got voice mod, because whatever you did peaked your mic and now it hasn't been the same since.
Yeah,
It's your
let's
wand,
not do the
Harry.
fuck up.
It might be something to do with voice mod. However,
Is it, guys?
Hmm.
Is it working okay now?
Yeah, it's working at a moderate level.
You've done alright.
I even turned you up a bit, so you are working fine now. You should be hearable.
Oh,
I will say my whole thing about that is I wonder if there's any more rings, to be honest. I wonder how many of them
I'm not
have
sure.
actual
Funny.
rings. I wonder if Tails brought any more rings with him. To, like, you know, maybe he just came to visit and then he was supposed to leave. Maybe he has a ring to get out of there. I don't know if any of them actually have other rings.
You got a point
Actually, it's
there.
a pretty good question. Yeah, that was like a pretty good thing.
Oh,
Because I was like, oh, they probably brought more, but then I remembered, oh yeah, no, he was just Tails was really just
Considering
Yeah,
Knuckles is
to
back and
one
forth,
Sonic,
maybe he
so-
fucking stores them in his socks with how saggy they are? Because he doesn't have a sack or nothing to, like, hold it like Sonic does. Tails has a backpack, so that would make sense if they pull a whole bunch of rings out of Tails' backpack. But Knuckles doesn't really have
Well, they
nothing.
might do a whole thing of.
Hell, there might
might
be
do a
another
whole
thing
thing of-
of them getting rings. Maybe through Amy. It'd be cool if Amy appeared,
Or
but
they
Maybe.
make rings.
maybe they
Is this
can make them.
thing in the Sonic Adventures, the TV show,
Yeah.
the cartoon one, not the
X.
other one where it had not X. It was another series because it's actually
Boom?
3 cartoons.
Old Boom?
There's-
Or Sonic Underground.
No, not Sonic Underground. Sonic Adventures. So there's a lot of cartoons actually.
I do
Pretty
not
much in the
remember that
beginning-
one, but continue.
Do you mean the OVA?
It might have been the OVA.
They had the same peoples, but it was
I turned down my headset volume. He's kind of loud.
Give me a sec. I remember the TV show. Not Adventures of Sonic. Because there was 2 Sonic shows. Adventures of the Sonic that had the original voice actor of Steve Orko as his voice.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had another one where Sally came in.
That's Boom.
And that's
Mm.
Sonic?
Old Boom.
That was Boom? No, that was Sonic the Hedgehog, I think.
Oh, yeah, it was Sonic the Hedgehog.
What was that?
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell it was
Oh, it
with
wasn't-
Sally in it,
yeah.
because there was only 2 actual things with Sally in them, so I think we can narrow it down.
Was it
Yeah.
like the
So pretty
first one
much,
that's on it? I don't know.
One character that kind of looked like Big the Cat actually would cast the rings and actually form them for Sonic.
Huh.
And they would use it to fight. He could only make 1 per day though.
That's weird, but interesting. I also kind of wondered
So he
how
would
the
actually-
fuck the fucking rings came into existence in the X universe, to be honest.
honestly saying.
Also, why did the X rings always give them some sort of power boost? I'm like, Sonic never really got boosted with rings until the whole the speed boost thing got implemented.
It's a whole plot armor thing of trying to implicate the video game logics.
Make it so Sonic's not in. I guess kind of making it a thing of so Sonic's not invincible.
But...
So he's not invincible of a thing of it feels like he needs a power up instead of a thing of, oh, Sonic's like this at all times. He's always this fine. Which kind of makes it to where, oh, there's no meaning to the plot because Sonic's fine. You know what I mean? It's a thing of, oh, we have to make him slightly weaker and he needs this if he wants to survive, so it adds tension.
Where does Sonic have the rings other than the movie? They at least in the movie made it.
He has a sack.
Satchel.
Yeah.
But where does he hold the ring other than the movie, like in the games?
I've always taken it he's absorbed them into himself.
The Hedgehog cartoon, whenever he grabbed the ring, he would actually instantly absorb the energy from it, and it would power him up. While in other ones,
X, yeah, but
in X and Adventures,
they did the same thing
with Sally in them.
Yeah.
But what about in the game? Because they just disappear.
They get stored inside his body, and that's why they act like some form of armor.
But probably like when boost was a thing, I'd probably have to say for the boost thing that he gets now. That is just kind of like stored up energy that he's just able to unleash.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up now. Ow, my head. Oh. The back of my head just fucking hit my wall.
I understand.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Also, here's your viewer. You can actually give Tails here a funny kiss. He has dynamics on his nose.
Give it a tug,
I'm
Lana.
going to fucking smack you.
You'd have to do it, Halo. He probably won't.
No, he can. He can do it himself.
Smack your nose.
He just doesn't want to.
No, not that he can't. He just.
I can.
Snoot.
I just don't want to. Okay.
His snout is able to be messed with.
How you fucking bastards.
Stretch it.
Fine, you want me there. This is what you wanted to see, you cruel bastards. Am I doing it? No, I'm not. Can I not do it when I'm sitting down?
I don't think you can do it while you're sitting down. Go ahead and walk up to the stage.
Okay.
Get on the thing.
Hello there. Yes, this is how I look up close. Hold on, let me get on stage. Am I on stage?
Yeah, you're on it. You're on it.
Oh, wow.
It's okay to be on the table. You're actually small enough where you need that. Yeah, this is the power of fizz bones. It's fucking horrifying. Imagine CJ's face when he said "got your nose," and then that motherfucker actually meant it.
Blame this guy. Blame this guy here.
He decided to add a nose thing.
He did it to
me. Hey, that would be funny.
Hey.
I remember the old song.
Look at my dreadlock.
The Hedgehog TV show that the funny kids.
Speaking to the mic, sir.
Speaking to the mic.
I remember.
And yes, the mic.
I will say your emerald does look really nice. I was gonna say, Lana, get over here. I need to try something. Come over here. I need to check something.
Oh, yeah.
Show me your emerald.
I'm here.
Okay, they are the exact same size. You did good, Jado. Cool.
Yeah, I made sure to make them all the same size.
No, I know, but it's a weird thing of sometimes the sizes just change. Because I saw that with something on CJ's model. Like, for example, with your old guitars.
I have no reason to be standing. Sit the fuck down. Dude, I'm floating. Oh, God. I didn't want to fly this early.
Okay.
Well, I can always go.
I will say, any last covering pieces for... Oh, no. You know what? Hang out in that. Get in your seat and hang out in that. Does anybody have any last covering stuff for Sonic the Hedgehog stuff? Anybody have anything they want to add?
For me, my three favorite games that I would recommend a lot of people to try out. Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Generations, or Colors. Either one of those two.
Also good.
And then one game a lot of people don't actually know about it kind of plays like Mario Party. I already told
Oh
Philo
god,
about
that
this.
game. Yeah. Feel free to fucking
Sonic
plug what that is.
Shuffle.
Hold on, what?
It's
It's like Mario
Sonic
Party?
Shuffles.
It's
So pretty
Sonic's
much,
Mario
it plays
Party,
like
but
Mario
it
Party.
never got off the ground like actual Mario Party.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
It uses cards instead of dice. And
Yeah.
all that.
It's basically a thing of you draw cards, and then with those cards you use those to move ahead. God damn it, Star.
Yep. It was an interesting game that not a lot of people actually knew about.
1,
I
2,
remember
7,
playing
3,
it
7,
before with my
Rockefeller Street.
sister on the PlayStation 2,
Yeah.
and it was just... I tried to find the game after all these years, just because my old edition got all scratched up.
Goddamn
I can't
Majima
find a good
Dance.
edition anymore, but it's a game not a lot of people know about that I know. It's one of those hidden Sonic games that... Sonic games... They have so many spin-offs. They actually had a Sonic education game with Tails.
Oh god, don't even get me started on those. Cause that's no good.
That's what I'm saying. They had all these different games because the first two did so good, and they were trying to see what other things could do.
Yeah.
What other game genres?
Hmm.
I mean, that's why they
That they
gave
could, kinda,
Shadow
like, step into.
guns.
Honestly,
That's right.
I did like Shadow the Hedgehog, the game. It was really nice. I remember playing as a kid. It was awesome.
I wish they remade Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, not Sonic, Shadow. Sorry.
Shadow, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, Sam's,
He
I
keeps
wish
I'm
so
looking
much.
forward to this whole 06 remake that people are making. Trying to fix it up and make it better.
Dude, yeah, honestly, I think I know one of the people on that team. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that.
It might not be
I'm
an
not
exact
checking
person on the
that
team, it might be
again.
a concept thing.
Yeah. It might be a good
As
concept
long as
thing, honestly.
hopefully they don't do the whole thing of what they did and pointing out that they're all boys in the Mobius universe.
Like, what do you
What?
mean? Of course all the creatures are furries.
I mean,
No,
yeah, I mean,
the
it's-
humans are into anthropomorphic creatures.
Of course, the
Well,
humans are
Such as-
technically called Mobians. It's a weird fucking situation
Such
because
as
after
the
this whole thing,
princess.
I don't know if this is the whole
Princess
Ken
is the
Penders thing.
Hedgehog.
Yeah,
I don't exactly remember.
That always
that's not a
weirded
furry.
whole
That's a
bunch
thing
whole
of they're
community.
anthropomorphized, so it's fine. They'll make me have to send you the Harkness test.
The what test?
Harkness test.
Harkness.
Whether or not you're able to screw a creature based off of its sentience, whether it's of age for its species, and whether it can verbally communicate that it wants to bone. If it matches all three of those criteria, you're fine to fuck it. I believe it was I believe the Harkness test thing was originally.
Sonic was unconscious when she kissed him and all
Okay,
that.
yes, we get the whole
Hold on, where
thing.
did this come from?
Knight in shining armor kissing Sleeping Beauty. It's non-consensual.
Water.
Water. But yeah.
Yeah, Sonic does not like water.
Oh my god. That's
I'm
funny.
getting another beer.
I will say, I believe we are hitting the end of this. So, I would like to thank all of y'all for tuning in today. I hope you had a good time here at the Night Sanctum. I also appreciate having our guests here and CJ for what time he could be on. Thank you all for fucking talking with us about this whole Sonic the Hedgehog thing. Thank you all for bringing in your all sides of stories and experiences. Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, we don't have anything to really
yeah.
plug here. However, definitely go watch the Sonic
Right.
movie. First off, definitely go
Yeah,
watch
go
the
watch
Sonic
the
movies in
Sonic
theaters
That's what
now.
we can plug. Watch the Sonic. It's also worth it. Worth it.
watch.
It
the
is most
Sonic
definitely
movie
worth it,
the
especially if
other
you have, even if you have if you have the minuscule nostalgic memories of Sonic Heroes as a kid, definitely go watch it. Highly recommend.
It definitely hits.
It's
that.
definitely a watch.
Hits that criteria for me.
So, what do y'all think we
was
should
just-
do for our next
it's-
episode?
Actually,
I believe
that's a
we have
very good
stuff for the
question.
list. However, I
How
believe we
about
might have.
modern
We might have.
cartoons?
We might actually have that random section.
Ooh, the
We might
random
have that
section.
random
I
section
completely
of
forgot about that.
just bring up whatever we feel to the table. I honestly don't see that being a bad idea. So, whatever y'all have that hyper fixation for due to our autism, whatever we hyper fixate on for that week, just bring it to the table. Tell your friends about, tell your friends during Night Sanctum about what we're all in for, what we enjoy, what we click with. And try and get us to fucking fixate on it too, because you might end up getting people with, might get us into something new that we didn't think we would be into. Well,
Yeah, for example, none of us thought that we would be back into Sonic again. Even me, even though.
honestly, I didn't think I'd be
like,
into
a few
Sonic
months
again
prior,
until,
I was hanging
fucking...
out-
Last Sonic game I ever played was, Generations and Colors. Never touched it since, except for a little bit of Mania.
Honestly, for me, I kind of got back into Sonic again for a little bit, but that was because of a few friends who were already knee deep in the Sonic fandom. They just couldn't get out of it.
But yes, I will say,
a few actually very good friends of mine.
comment, subscribe, hit that little bell icon so y'all get y'all get informed of whenever a new one of these pops out. Feel free to check out CJ's channel, which is on one of the previous videos. And
Have a good day.
we hope that y'all have a good one. Laters.
Bye.
Adios.
Thank you for tuning in. Oh shit.
Gotta do this one last time.
We have to get another. We have to get another
Mean.
version.
Approved. Mean.
What the-
Mean. Approved.
What the hell is doing it over? That's funny. Okay, did it again. Meme approved. Da, 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 da. Okay, laters.
Is it on loop by accident?
For real this time, it was